What's good, YouTube? It's Aquarius Leviathan Prophecy, and I'm back with another vlog video. Yeah, man, look, but listen, I've been talking about the Clippers and how they're gonna win the championship this year and how this whole NFL season is gonna shape out. I think they're gonna start on July 31st, and I think it's gonna end around October 12th, I believe. So we're talking about July, August, September, October. So we're talking about 4 months of basketball. Um, and then plus we got the NBA draft as well. I don't know if they're gonna do it how the NFL did it. But I think they're probably going to do something similar or the same. But that's the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is the draft. Where teams are going to be selected, how they're going to be selected. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be, interesting. Where all these NFL prospects are going to land. What will the Golden State Warriors do with the number one pick? Will they move up? Will they stay down? Will they pick Heisman, Hunter, Ball? Obviously, obviously Curry is getting up there in age. So, but then again, the Warriors may pick him LaMelo Ball. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, like I said, I mean not Carmelo, but Curry's getting up there in age. You know what I'm saying? So they're basically looking for the next Stephen Curry. And I'm not saying that they see LaMelo's game in Curry, but he's a scorer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be shocked 5 years from now, LaMelo Ball is putting up the same numbers as Curry is. But obviously LaMelo Ball is a tad bit taller than Curry. But who knows? They might go Wiseman. You know what I'm saying? The center. So, I mean, they could go different directions. So the top. After that, who's gonna pick number two? Can the Knicks move up finally? Uh, it could be the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? It could be the Bulls. It could mean like it could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but I have my case that the Clippers are going to win the championship. It's a no brainer. They stacked. The Warriors are stacked. Not the Warriors. The Clippers are stacked up, and they basically have they deep in every position as possible. They got two centers. Uh, they got Kawhi Leonard, and they got Paul George. You know what I'm saying? They signed. Who did they sign? I'm trying to think. They signed Joakim Noah. A lot of people may not, care, but Joakim Noah is still was a great center at one point in his career. If they could give him, if Noah could give that to them, then I mean, it, it's over. You know what I'm saying? They got two great. They got two. I'm not say great, but they got two solid point guards out of Reggie Jackson and Patrick Beverly. They got Lou Williams. They got Montez. I think that's his name. They got Zubac. They got one of the Morris twins. They got Shamit. So they pretty much solid in every position, and sometimes stuff like teams like that, like you see them, but they don't necessarily it doesn't necessarily translate in the court. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen teams like the Golden State Warriors stacked. Look how the Raptors with Kawhi Leonard. dismantle them. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people might say, oh, but KD, he went out, you know what I'm saying? He was hitting his shots. He was unguardable, this and that and the third. I personally still think that the Raptors would have won that series, even if KD was healthy, because you can always neutralize a great scorer. You know what I'm saying? No matter if they're tall, short, you can always neutralize a great scorer. Now, obviously, he's gonna get his buckets. Obviously, you know you can't stop that, but you can contain him to a point where you know his shots make him uncomfortable, make his shots uncomfortable. Because if he makes his shots look easy, it's gonna go down 9 times out of 10. So what you want to do as a defender is make him shoot where he's uncomfortable. And that was the story of KD when he came out of Texas. Great scorer, but if you put a hat on him, it could mess up his whole game, his whole rhythm. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I mean, if you look at the Lakers side of the ball, I mean, you have three players that have experience. Well, four players that have experience. LeBron James, Danny Green, uh, JaVale McGee, and Rajon Rondo. Those are the only four players that have NBA playoff experience. Other than that, ain't nobody on the other team. Ain't nobody on that Lakers team besides those four have NBA playoff experience, and you need that going into the playoffs and through the NBA finals as well. So you know, we all know that the Lakers and the Clippers can't face each other in the finals because they in the same conference. But they can stop each other. They can stop one another from going to the NBA Finals. So they still technically facing each other. It's just not for the championship. But you know, I still see that game going to 7 games. You know, because it's gonna be that competitive in intensity. So I still think that game is going to 7 games. I don't think nobody's gonna get swept. I don't think nobody's gonna win 4-1. I think this is just gonna go down to straight 7 games. Whoever wins the fourth one will advance. It's just simple as that. You know, LeBron James will find his way. Will probably hit a buzzer beater at the end of the fourth quarter to probably send them into overtime or probably to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know what's going to happen. But but you know, we all know that you know not the Warriors, the Clippers are gonna have their hands full, especially with AD. You know what I'm saying? AD is gonna be a problem from Zubac and Martez. So you could put Morris on them too, but anyways, AD is gonna get his ways. You know what I'm saying? Now who's gonna come out the East? Obviously I mean the heavy favorites are the Bucks, right? Now the problem with the Bucks is Giannis has to get it right. You know, like Giannis can't keep on having these MVP seasons and just disappear in the playoffs. We know what he could bring in the regular season, just like how James Harden. We all know what he could bring in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, he disappears. Now, there were some times where he played great in the playoffs, James Harden, and there are some times that Giannis even played great for 1 quarter or 2 quarters, or probably even in a series. But he has to consistently do it on a day-to-day basis for them to consider him the great. You know what I'm saying? Like he's getting up there, but he just needs to kick it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I see the Bucks coming out the East. I mean, yeah, I can say that though. You know, it's gonna be the Sixers or the Celtics. Like those are good teams, but I just feel like you know the Bucks are just too good on both sides of the ball. I think they're like ranked number one on defense efficiency. So, you know, I mean, if they can, if like these teams can beat the Bucks at least just one game, then like everything that I just said is gonna go out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not expecting the Bucks to sweep every team that they face, because I know that they're gonna lose that one of those games at home or on the road. You know what I'm saying? There's some teams, and then there's some teams that's not even good on the road. And there's some teams that's unbeatable at home. So you have these flip flop. You know, you have these kind of flip flop scenarios where, all right, so if a team's good on the road, then that's bad. You know what I'm saying? But if a team's good at home, or if a team's bad on the road, that's favorite for you. But if a team's good at home, that's good for them. You know what I'm saying? So, but that doesn't. I mean, sometimes that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna win. It just means that the team is just that good at their own environment, whether it's at home or away. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, Paul George will have his first NBA championship, while Kawhi Leonard would probably have his fourth. No, fourth, right? Kawhi Leonard would have his fourth championship because he won with the Spurs. He won one with the Raptors, right? Yeah, so he would have won his third. He would have won his fourth championship ring. Yeah, I can let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section, but yeah. So Paul George will have his first championship. If Giannis ends up winning the NBA championship, which a lot of people still think it's too early. Because if they didn't give it to them, if they didn't give it to Westbrook and KD and Ibaka the first time, what makes you think that they're gonna give it to Giannis? They didn't even give it to Derrick Rose, and Derrick Rose was like 20, what, 24, 25 years old when he won MVP. So you know, I still think Giannis has a lot of growing up to do as a player. He's not gonna win the championship. Y'all Bucks fans, you need to get that out of your heads right now. Now, can he compete in the NBA Finals? Of course. Or can he appear in the NBA Finals? Of course. But he's not gonna win it. It's too early in his career. But with a few more years in his belt, he'll definitely get one. Whether he goes to the Warriors or not. Because after this year, he's a free agent. So actually, 20, yeah, obviously out of next year, he's a free agent. So he has he has a chance to opt out. He has a chance to opt out of his contract. You know what I'm saying? The Bucks will give him the max, or he could set his size. He could set his vision on another team. You know what I'm saying? Like with like the Warriors are still the Warriors are like that creepy ass old dude that just stalks you for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like he just wants something, but you don't know what it is. That's the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Like the Warriors are trying to find another KD. Like another clone of KD. You know what I'm saying? So because loyalty only gets you so far. You know what I'm saying? Like Curry can say to Giannis, "Look, Giannis, man, what you want to do? You want to be remembered as a guy who gets bounced out in the first round, the second round, putting up double-digit points, or you want to be the guy to win championships and to headline multiple championships and stuff like that. You want to be known as a champion, or you want to be known as a as a how should I put this? Do you want to be known as a bona fide scrub? 'Cause that's basically what you would become if you don't join us and we can regain our control in the Western Conference because they still got Clay, they still got Curry, they still got Draymond, drafted Wiseman, plus plus Giannis, and plus AD. If AD, because obviously AD is a free agent as well. So you got two free agents. If they can somehow maximize their cap space, the Warriors can lower in two free agents. So that means that they'll have one, two, three, four, five. They'll have six superstars. They'll have six superstars in one team. They'll have Giannis, AD, Curry, Clay, and Draymond. I said six, five, my bad. Five. They'll have five all stars in one team or five superstars in one team. Scary, right? You know, all that scenario can really go down if they play their if the Warriors play their money right and they still have Steve Kerr as the head coach. So possibly, right? Like the Warriors can just like that regain the league back or the conference back. But I mean, it's up to Giannis. It's really up to Giannis what Giannis want to do. Like Curry said, you want to be you want to be known for winning championships. You know what I'm saying? Or do you want to be known as a player that just puts up double digit points and gets bounced out in the second round or the conference finals? Choice is yours. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I think Giannis is gonna go to the Warriors. I really do think so. Because if the Bucks is not willing to help Giannis put pieces around him, why stay? You know, like y'all bash LeBron James for doing it. He didn't win his first title in Miami. You know what I'm saying? He won two out of the seven he promised when he did that intro. They only won two, not three, not four, two. So if Giannis can go somewhere else and win it, why get mad? Like why get like I don't understand y'all fans, man. Like for real, like y'all get mad for players going somewhere else, but you don't understand that it's the team structure. It's the team's job to put pieces around that player to succeed. That's like saying if the GM of the Bulls did it if he never put Dennis Rodman, Pippen around Jordan, would Jordan still have them six rings? Them six rings would have probably been spread around spread around to the teams that didn't necessarily win a championship. You know, three would have probably gone to the lake three would have probably gone to the Knicks, or one would have gone to the Knicks. The other one would have gone to the Pacers. The other one would have gone to the Heat. The other one to the I mean the other one could have gone to the Jazz. Like picture all these 90 players that didn't win a championship. If the GM didn't do his job surrounding Michael Jordan with Pippen and Rodman and Harper and all them boys, he would have won. Michael Jordan would have won nothing. He would have been known as a great scorer who just got bounced out the first round a lot. You know what I'm saying? Putting up video game numbers, averaging like 45 points a game, this and that and a third, but he always gets bounced out the first round, and that's what happened his rookie year when he, obviously ran into, Larry Bird. He couldn't beat them, and then obviously he ran into the bad boy Pistons. He couldn't beat them. So what the manager did was he said, you know what, we're gonna draft Pippen. We're gonna draft Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna put pieces around Jordan so he could be in control, so he can have the greatest season of all time. And now look at him. You know what I'm saying? So That's the thing that Giannis has to understand in concept. Like, do you want to be known? You do you want to be a Russell Westbrook, or do you want to be a KD? KD split. KD left. You know what I'm saying? For all them people saying, oh, it was a weak move, this and that and the third. Look, if the GM, if the owner, if they're not pushing buttons, if they're not making phone calls to get superstars to help KD, then what he's supposed to do? To just stay there and suffer and not win a championship? Like, like psychological thinking. If KD were to stay in in OKC, he would have never won a championship. Right now, he would have been on the Brooklyn Nets with just zero championships, and he's expecting to take the Nets to the promised land, which they have never been there before. Just like the Philadelphia Eagles, look how long they haven't won a championship, and they won a championship not too long ago. So you know, like I said, man, Giannis, the choice is yours. You could stay with the Bucks, be faithful, averaging 37, 45, whatever, and get bounced out the first round, make a lot of Pro Bowls. I mean, not Pro Bowls, make a lot of All Star appearances, get bounced out in the first round, second round, semifinals, make one trip to the NBA Finals and still lose, or you can join the Warriors with that team still intact. Curry, Clay, all of them coming back healthy, and reclaim that conference and make a run at a championship. Or you can stay in the Bucks with Chris Middleton and nobody else, and steady to self. Or you know what? You could be remembered as Karl Malone. As great as Karl Malone was, I see a lot of similarities in Carmelo in Giannis' game. Both power forwards, both strong. You know what I'm saying? Both dominate the post, but obviously one guy stopped him from winning everything, and that was Michael Jordan. So, but the difference is the Bucks is in the East, so that makes it a little bit easier path to go to the finals. Because there's really no threat. Even if KD and Kyrie comes back, still, I mean, it's the Nets. The Nets ain't really going anywhere. The Nets ain't really winning anything. So, I mean, I know from our experience, because look at all the messed up shit that the Nets did over the years. You know what I'm saying? Got KD, got KG, got Paul Pierce, got Terry. They didn't do nothing. They got bounced out the second round, right? Years before that, when they first moved to the Brooklyn Nets, when they first moved to Brooklyn, they got Joe Johnson, they got Williams, they got Lopez, they got Wallace. They didn't do nothing. Go back a few years later when they got Jason Kidd and Vince Young and Kenyon Martin, they still didn't do nothing. So what makes you think that they're gonna do something now that they got KD and Kyrie? Like I said again, man, at the end of the day, those are human beings. They're not supernatural. They don't have superpowers. They're just basketball players at the end of the day. It takes a collective team. So, and I said this previous in my previous channel, if the Nets are willing to win a championship, they're gonna have to add a third superstar to that team. And no, Jamal Crawford is not a superstar. He's more of a six-man role player type of super player. But they're gonna need another type of superstar, or Giannis can go to the Nets. That's your big three right there: KD, Giannis, and AD. I mean, Kyrie, KD, and Giannis, right there. or or the Brooklyn Nets can make it. You know, the Brooklyn Nets can make it to where they sign AD, KD, Giannis, and Kyrie. So that's a big four right there. So that's enough to win a championship. That's enough to get out the East, secure the number one seed, probably win like I don't know 65 games, probably go 72-9 like the Warriors did. Um, Hypothetically speaking, so there's a lot of things that the Nets can do if they can secure their cap space. But all that stuff is hypothetical speaking, so I don't think it's gonna happen. But hey, who knows, right? So, but like I said again, the Clippers are winning everything this year. If your team is not in it, then probably hopefully next year. We all know my team is not in it, obviously. But we will get that number one pick, though. I mean, we will get that second pick. Cause last year we picked number three, and I don't think just because we picked number three, we're gonna pick number two. We might slide down back, you know. So, all the indications saying that, Lamelo Ball is going to the Knicks. Lamelo Ball is going to the Knicks. That's all I hear. Lamelo Ball is going to the Knicks. Like we don't have no interest in nobody but Lamelo Ball. Now, if LaMelo Ball can somehow have an impact, then he's gonna be selling a lot of six. I mean, he's gonna be selling a lot of tickets. He's gonna be selling a lot of tickets. But will that translate into wins, though? You know what I'm saying? Because you could be great, but if your team is losing, you're putting up video game numbers. Then what's the point? You know. But we still rebuilding, and if you like what you saw, hit that like button, smash on that notification bell, and comment on who you think is gonna win the NBA title. Uh, I'm thinking. Uh, to be honest with you, I haven't really made my decision yet on whether or not who's gonna be in the NBA Finals. But if I did, I'm having the Clippers and the Bucks. The Clippers and the Bucks in the NBA Finals. Because that's the only team I see in the East that's coming out, and obviously the Clippers, they're just too loaded, you know. But sometimes the great teams do have weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the Clippers are great, but you know, great teams do have, you know, weaknesses. So, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.